told her why some businesses decided to close.
The government and the palace have been very clear that they're not issuing any guidance. They're just letting businesses make their own decisions. So most businesses are making it around, first of all, their own attitude to the death of the Queen, what they think their customers would prefer, and what their staff want as well. So many places are shutting unless they are directly involved in servicing all these people coming into London, in which case most of those are staying open. For instance, one of our members owns a hotel which is being refurbished in the centre of London. He now has 1,500 soldiers staying who are on duty.
When it comes to actually making this decision from businesses, I mean, surely this is a difficult one if we sort of think about the current economic situation here in the UK. How do businesses take into account the possibility of losing a day of business that they may need that money to help pay the bills?
Most businesses whose services will be required over these few days will remain open, and some of them, their licenses have been extended so they can operate 24 hours a day. So this is not telling them to do it, but giving them the ability to provide services. Businesses are run and are managed by people. So they feel, on one hand, they want to get on with it because very much the spirit of the Queen and the royal family is don't fuss, get on with life. But on the other hand, they feel a deep need to pay respect.
When we consider, the energy crisis that we have here in Europe, there is a lot of pressure from businesses on government to do more to support them so that they can pay their bills and stay open long term. What are you hearing from businesses about that and how, an entire day out of business could affect that?
I think the frustration that businesses feel is not with having a day of delay, it's the fact they don't think government has got a clear strategy for dealing with the situation. This is not a country which has gone into some sort of decline because the Queen has died. It's the sadness of somebody who played such a prominent part in our lives. We are not in despair, we're just sad.
Richard Birch of the London Chamber of Commerce. Peter Ryan, did Australia mark today as a holiday?
No, it wasn't a holiday or a bank holiday, but flags are still at half-mast here. But there will be a national public holiday on Thursday for a national day of mourning. Businesses and government departments will be closed, except those businesses that want to open. The Australian Stock Exchange will be closed for trading. There's really no stopping this public holiday, but business lobby groups have been complaining it will cause a lot of disruption. Businesses still have to pay public holiday penalty rates. They're concerned about that. The lead up confusion about rosters and who opens and who doesn't. And the other concern is from some employers that some workers might take the Friday as a sick leave day, or a sickie as we call it here, to get a 4-day weekend. So that's another concern here in Australia, the land of the long weekend.
Yeah.
So that wraps into a number of concerns, but there is, a high level of respect for this holiday, which is why the Prime Minister has called a national day of mourning for Thursday.
Walter Todd, no holiday, I guess, in the States, but it is a moment for reflection when this is wall-to-wall on the telly, as you said, and obviously the networks went big on it, the American networks, because interest was so great in the United States. It's interesting, isn't it, in the build-up to what's a pretty frenzied kind of political autumn in the US, to have this political event, this pageantry in the UK. I wonder if it plays into that in some kind of rather lateral, oblique way.